Welcome to Calcutta Races, Winter Meeting, third day, Sunday, 12 January 2020, Calcutta Derby Day, race preview. First race is the aggregated handicap to be run over a distance of 2,400 meters. We're looking at number 1, Devotion, top class out of Temple Bills. Last outing being this season in race number 63 over 2,400 meters, where Devotion led till the distance post till it got beat by Kaiden, who came up with a strong run down on this outside and went on to win that race by a long neck, and Devotion settled for second spot. Number 2 will be Shivalik Sight. Shivalik Sight's last outing was this season in the Calcutta Oaks over 2,400 meters in race number 56, where Shivalik Sight travelled third till it turned for home, and after a couple of reminders in the final stages and some hard riding, managed to finish on second, 2.5 lengths behind the winner. That was Rosina. Number 3 will be Monte Cassino. Monte Cassino's had one win in race number 14 this season, then finished on third in its next start, and last start was over 2,000 meters in race number 44, where Monte Cassino travelled sixth till it turned for home, gradually gained places on the outside, and finished on second, 5.25 lengths behind the winner. That was Kaiden, and also in the same race we had number 4, APNA, who finished on fifth. Number 5 will be BEATRIX. BEATRIX has had 3 starts this season and come out and won all 3 starts. Won't be surprised if BEATRIX does it again. Last outing being in race number 59 over 2,000 meters, where BEATRIX travelled third till it turned firm and then smoothly, gradually gained places on the outside and went on to win that race by 3/4 of a length by beating Avellino. Also in the same race we had number 6, DARSH, who finished on third. Number 7, we're looking at Rock Sharky. Rock Sharky's had 2 starts this season, finished 7th in its first start. Last start was over a mile in race number 51, where Rock Sharky travelled second last. That was 12th out of 13 runners till it turned for home, and then gained places on the stand side, travelled very wide and managed to finish off far away second, 9.25 lengths behind the winner, who was too good that day. That is NANDISH. We move on now to the second race, which is the T2 Cup, to be run over a distance of 1,400 meters. Number 1, we're looking at Roxa. Roxa's had 2 starts this season in race number 1, where it finished 5th, and last start was over 1,100 meters in race number 47, where Roxa travelled 5th till it turned for home, and then came up with a bit of a late dash and managed to get on board to finish on third. Has surely been knocking on the door. Roxa, you need to watch out for that. The winner of that race was Tough Enough. Number 2 will be Whispering Grass. Setchfield at a Willow Point. 1 start this season in race number 14 over the metric mile, where Whispering Grass travelled 6th till it turned for home and then gradually improved places on the inside towards the rail and managed to finish on board and finished on third was Whispering Grass. The winner was Monte Cassino. Number 3, we're looking at Libertor. Libertor's had 2 starts this season, finished 5th in the Calcutta 1,000 guineas. Last start was in the Calcutta Oaks over 2,400 meters in race number 56, where Libertor travelled 6th till it turned for home, gained 2 places and managed to finish on 4th out of 6 runners. Winner was Rosina. Number 4 will be Cappa. Cappa's had 2 starts this season, finish off the board in both its outings. Last outing was over 1,400 meters in race number 52, where Cappa, after much efforts, finished off 13th, 10th out of 13 runners, and the winner of that race was Top Notch. Number 5, we're looking at DUCHAMP. DUCHAMP's last outing was over 1200 meters this season in race number 71, where DUCHAMP traveled right at the back end. That is 11th out of 11 runners till it turned for home, and then gained places and managed to finish on 6th. And the winner of that race was Shivai, came up with a very strong run on the stand side and went on to win that by a length and a half. Number 6 will be Popcorn. Popcorn's last outing was over 1200 meters in race number 72, where Popcorn, after much efforts, finished on 4th out of 10 runners. Winner was Too Good, made it a pillar to post victory. That was NAMAK HALAAL. Number 7, we're looking at Leslie, Phoenix Star of Lunar Quest. One start this season in race number 51 over 1600 meters, where Leslie traveled 6th till it turned for home and then dropped back rapidly and finished right at the tail end to finish on 12th out of 13 runners. Winner of that race was NANDISH. Number 8, we're looking at Pancho Villa. Pancho Villa's last start was over 1400 meters this season in race number 66, where Pancho Villa led till about 250 meters away from home and then just rapidly faded back and finished 12th out of 13 runners. Also in the same race, we had number 9, Harry Angel, who finished on 7th, and the winner of that race was Simply Soaring, who came out like a rocket on the outside and went on to win that by half a length. Number 10, we're looking at Scorpion Queen. 4 starts this season, finished off the board in all 4 starts. Last outing over 1100 meters in race number 49. Scorpion Queen traveled 4th till it turned for home, dropped back 2 places and finished on 6th. And the winner of that race was Bacardi, who got that by half a length. We move on to the third race, which is the Corsa Handicap, to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. Number 1 will be Rick Ware. Rick Ware's come out and won its first start over 1200 meters in race number 35 this season. Last start was over 1100 meters in race number 68, where Rick Ware, after much efforts, finished on 5th. Also in the same race, we had number 2, Double Nine, who finished 1 ahead to finish on 4th. Number 4, Migrator, who finished towards the back end to finish on 9th out of 10 runners. And number 8, Nelson's Blood, who managed to finish on both to finish on 3rd. And the winner of that race was Too Good that day. That was Lesdrell, who won it by 4 lengths. Number 3 will be Surf Romance. Surf Romance has had 3 starts this season and finished 2nd in all 3 starts. Surely been knocking on the doors. Surf Romance, surf rider out of Romantic Quest. Last outing being in race number 53 over 1400 meters. Traveled 4th till it turned for home. Gradually took over the running for a bit, but gave a tough fight to the winner. That was Vice Admiral, who sprung a surprise, and Surf Romance settled for 2nd. Also in the same race, we had number 7, Novikov, who finished on 8th in that race, and number 9, Aftershock, who finished 10th. Number 5 will be Fortune Express. Fortune Express's last outing was over 1200 meters in race number 35 this season, where Fortune Express finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Rick Ware, who came up with a strong run on the outside and went on to win that race by 2 1/4 lengths. We move on to the 4th race, which is the 42 Cup, to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Number 1 will be Manzoni, multi-dimensional out of 5 Saturns. 2 starts this season, finished 3rd in its first start over 1200 meters. Last outing was in race number 52 over 1400 meters, where Manzoni finished on 5th after much efforts out of 13 runners. Now being ridden out by David Allen is Manzoni, and the winner of that race last outing was Top Notch. Number 2 will be Diamond Harbour. Diamond Harbour's had 1 start this season in race number 24 over 1200 meters, where Diamond Harbour travelled 7th till it turned for home and gained 1 place and managed to finish on 6th after much efforts. Winner of that race was Novikov, who got that by 2 3/4 lengths. Number 3 will be Hammer of Gold, late Singapore Sling. One start this monsoon meeting in race number 53 over 1600 meters, where Hammer of Gold travelled second till it turned for home and then rapidly fell back and finished on 6th out of 8 runners. Winner of that race was Jaws. Number 4, we're looking at Coconut. Coconut's been pretty unlucky this season. Last start was over 1200 meters in race number 71, where Coconut travelled 6th out of 11 runners till it turned for home and then gradually gained places towards the stand side was Coconut and got on board and finished on 3rd. Now having to travel 200 meters more is Coconut you need to watch out for. Number 5 will be Kimaya, Sedgefield out of Saparelli. Kimaya's last outing was this season in race number 51 over the metric mile, where Kimaya travelled 8 till it turned for home, gained places and managed to finish on 4th. Winner of that race was NANDISH. Number 6 will be Beat the Bank. Beat the Bank's had 2 starts this season, finished on 5th in its first start. Last outing sprung a surprise at a 7-1 odds. Was Beat the Bank in race number 39 over 1200 meters. Travelled 5th till it turned for home, then gradually gained places down in the centre and just smoothly took over the running and went on to win that race by a length and a half. Can repeat it again. Keep your eyes on Beat the Bank. Number 7 will be Rare Bird. Rare Bird's last outing was this season. Only its first start this season was in race number 21 over 1400 meters, where Rare Bird finished 8th out of 11 runners. Winner of that race was Communique, who got that by 2 lengths towards the rail side. Number 9 will be The Last Judgment. The Last Judgment's last outing was in race number 66 this season over 1400 meters, where The Last Judgment practically had no role to play. Finished on 11th out of 13 runners. Also in the same race we had number 10 Storm Front, who finished right at the tail end to finish 13th out of 13 runners. But the winner of that race was Simply Soaring, who came up with a dazzling run and went on to win that race by half a length towards the stand side.
We move on to the 5th race of the afternoon, the Pat Quinn Memorial Cup for 3-year-old horses to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. The first runner we are looking at is Beowulf. Beowulf had his debut on race number 31, where it went over 1100 meters and was travelling in 4th spot as the horses took the turn. When asked for an effort, had not much to offer and fell back, finished 6th of 8 runners. The winner here was Copacabana. Next up, we are looking at 2 runners here. Number 4, Gold Ray. Gold Ray was travelling in 9th spot as the horses took the turn, then made late progress and finished on 6th. In the same race, we had number 10, Nandini's Pet, who was travelling in the forward position as the horses took the turn, was in 3rd spot. However, when asked for an effort, Nandini's Pet has nothing to offer, fell back and finished 10th of 11 runners. The winner here was Silver Bracelet. Next up, we're looking at number 6, Radical Review. Radical Review had its debut in race number 40, where Radical Review was ridden way off the pace, travelled in 7th spot as the horses took the turn, then didn't make any progress, finished 8th of 9 runners. The winner here was Black Pearl, who won that race by about a distance. We move on to the 6th race of the afternoon, the Dashmesh Stud Alokananda Stakes for 3-year-old fillies to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first runner we are looking at is Namaki. Namaki had a couple of starts in this season already and had a lung opener in race number 46, where it was travelling in 7th spot and then finished on 3rd. In its next start, Namaki was travelling in 2nd spot and then came up with a very late run and won that race on the post, beating Divine Chakra by a nose. Next up, we are looking at number 2, Silver Bracelet had one run in race number 46, where Silver Bracelet made it a start to finish affair and won that race very readily by about 3 lengths, beating Pinatubu. And Silver Bracelet is by Win Legend out of Silver Profile. Next, we're looking at number 6, Ember Glow. Ember Glow had its debut in race number 31, where it was travelling in 5th spot as the horses took the turn. And then Ember Glow was travelling on wide of the track, made late progress, and finished on 2nd, fell short by 2 1/4 length to Copacabana. And Ember Glow is by Song Suit out of Attune. Lastly, number 8, Tahoe had its debut in race number 54, where Tahoe was travelling in 2nd spot as the horses took the turn, and then when asked for an effort, didn't have much to offer, fell back very rapidly, finished far away 5th to Coach Jester, who was a very facile winner on that day.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the Calcutta Derby Stakes 2019-20 Grade 1, which is the 7th race for Indian horses 4 years old only, to be run over a distance of 2,400 meters. Number 1 will be Inca. Inca's had one start this season in race number 66 over 1,400 meters, where Inca travelled 6 till it turned for home, travelled very wide of the track in the final stages, and managed to finish on 2nd, just a half a length behind the winner, that is Simply Soaring. Number 2, we're looking at Jayawant. Jayawant had 2 starts this season, finished 2nd in both its outings. First outing was over 1,600 meters in race number 18, where it finished on 2nd. Last outing was in the 2,000 guineas in race number 42, where Jayawant gave a hard-fought battle to the winner, that is Tenor Shaw, who was the eventual winner of the 2,000 guineas. And we got to wait and watch as what they have in store for us in the Calcutta Derby. Number 3 is Nandish, multi-dimensional out of Silken Star. He's had 2 starts in his career. One was in the monsoon meeting, which he won by a short neck in race number 117. Last outing was very, very impressive in race number 51 over 1,600 meters, where Nandish travelled 2nd till it turned firm and then just took over the running and blew the field away and won it by 9 1/4 lengths by beating Raksharki. Number 6 will be Top Notch. Top Notch has had 2 starts this season, finished on 2nd in its first start over 1,400 meters. Last outing came out and won over the same distance in race number 52 by a nose by beating Jaws. Number 7, we're looking at Trafalgar, Western Aristocrat at a Bluegrass Fenham. We've all been waiting to see what Trafalgar has in store for us this Calcutta Derby, as Trafalgar had 2 starts in the monsoon meeting, finished on 2nd in its first start over 1,400 meters, and came out and won the Calcutta Monsoon Derby in taking style over 2,000 meters, and then this season got withdrawn in the Calcutta 2,000 guineas. So we got to wait and watch as what Trafalgar has in store. We move on to the 8th and last race, which is the Bangalore Turf Club Cup, to be run over a distance of 1,600 meters. Number 1 will be Capricious. Capricious's last outing was over the metric mile in race number 34 this season, where Capricious travelled 5th till it turned for home, and after some hard riding and a couple of cracks in the final stages, managed to get on board to finish on 3rd, close 3rd to Shivalik Shahs, who was the eventual winner. Number 2 will be Breeze of the South. Breeze of the South's last outing was over 2,200 meters this season, where Breeze of the South finished on 5th in race number 70. Also in the same race, we had number 3, Catman, who finished on towards the back end, 9th out of 10 runners. Number 5, Revolving, who finished right at the tail end to finish on 10th. And number 6, Cold Frontier, who finished on 8th. But the eventual winner of that race was Arrowfield, with some hard riding and a couple of cracks. Just got that race by a long neck. Number 4, we are looking at Ophion. Ophion's had one start that was in the monsoon meeting in race number 38 over 1400 meters, where Ophion travelled 5th till it turned for home, gained 1 place, and finished on 4th after much efforts. The winner of that race was Eastern Star, and now running after a long layoff on Derby Day is Ophion. Number 7 will be POTHUS. POTHUS has had 2 starts this season, finished on 3rd in its first start over 1400 meters. Last outing over 2000 meters, finished on 5th out of 6 runners. Winner of that race was Hartnell, who won that race impressively by 4 lengths. Number 8 will be New Moon. Dean skidding out of Atmosphere. 1 start this season here in Calcutta. The Bangalore Challenger in race number 53 over 1400 meters. And a decent run that was by New Moon. Travelled 10th till it turned for home. Came up with a very late dash and managed to finish on board to finish on 3rd. And the winner of that race was Vice Admiral. Number 9 will be Kaiden. Kaiden's had a blinder of a season as of now. 3 starts and all 3 have been wins. First one being over the mile, second one being over 2,000 meters, and the last one being over 2,400 meters. And just got better by in extending its distance each time was Kaiden. Last outing was in race number 63 by beating Devotion by a long neck. We move on to the 9th race, which is the Hall of Famer handicap to be run over a distance of 1,100 meters. Number 1 will be Arashi. Arashi's last outing was this season in race number 68 over 1,100 meters, where Arashi, after much efforts, finished on 6th. And also in the same race, we had number 2, Midnight Star, who finished 1 behind to finish on 7th, and number 3, Lumos, who finished on 10th. And the winner of that race was a runaway winner, that is Lesrel. Number 4, we're looking at Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Veronara out of Osa Romantic, quite a decent lung opener. Just 1 start this season in race number 52, I beg your pardon, over 1,400 meters, where Philadelphia led till the distance post and then eventually was overtaken on the outside by a few runners. And the winner of that race was Top Notch, and Philadelphia finished on close 4th and now been ridden by jockey Akshay Kumar. Number 6 will be Carpe Noctem. Carpe Noctem's last outing was over 1,200 meters this season in race number 62, where Carpe Noctem travelled 5th till it turned for home, gained 1 place, and finished on 4th after much efforts. Winner of that race was Gorish. Number 7, we're looking at Mr. Fogs. Mr. Fogs has had 2 starts this season, finished 2nd in its first start. Last outing was not impressive at all in race number 47 over 1,100 meters. Travelled very wide of the track in the final stages of the race and finished on 6th out of 9 runners. Also in the same race, we had number 12, Iconia, who finished 1 ahead to finish on 5th, but the winner of that race was Tough Enough. Number 8, we are looking at Marigold. Marigold's had 2 starts this season and finished 2nd in both its outings. Been pretty unlucky. Surely been knocking on the doors, Marigold. Last outing was over 1,100 meters in race number 49. Travelled 6th till it turned for home, gained places, and finished on a close 2nd, half a length behind the winner, to Bacardi. Number 9 will be Daniera. Daniera's last outing was this season in race number 64 over 1100 meters. That's the only outing it's had, where Daniera finished on 5th after much efforts. Winner of that race was Valorestal, who got that race by a long neck. Number 10, we're looking at NAMAK HALAAL. NAMAK HALAAL's last outing was in race number 72 this season on New Year's Day, over 1200 meters. And what a win that was by NAMAK HALAAL. Made it a pillar-to-post victory at good odds at 5-2 was NAMAK HALAAL. Won that race by 4.5 lengths. Can repeat it again. Just need to wait and watch is what NAMAK HALAAL has in store for us. Number 11 will be Atom. Atom's last outing was this season in race number 110 over 1400 meters, where Atom finished on 6th after much efforts. The winner of that race was Whispering Grass, who won that race by a length and 3/4. Number 12 will be Iconia. Excellent art out of Gold Murray. Last start was in race number 47 this season in over 1100 meters, where Iconia travelled 3rd till it turned for home, and after much efforts finished on 5th, and the winner of that race was Tough Enough, who got that by a length and 3/4. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time, and hope you enjoy a big day tomorrow at the Royal Calcutta Turf Club. That's the Calcutta Derby, which is going to be an absolute humdinger. See you at the races.